Hey everybody, welcome back to JMV Rock Hunting. I'm Jay. I'm in Texas today. I'm just a little bit, east of Houston, and I've already had a pretty productive week. I'll show you later on in the video the stuff I found already. I found some stuff in Memphis and Tennessee, and of course I've stopped at the Kentucky Stuff Road Cut, and I stopped at the road cut in northern Kentucky where I found the whole brachiopods, and then I stopped and actually got a chance to meet up just west of New Orleans a little bit, and met up with Will Bond, Cajun Rockhound. I gave him some rocks, he gave me some rocks, and it was so cool to meet up with him. But I'm stopped for the night, and actually I got a premiere here coming up here in about an hour and something, but they've got a lot of rocks here and landscaping around this truck stop. So I'm looking out, and I've already found some pretty cool stuff. I think that's a red jasper and some chert. There's some banded chert I've already picked up, put in my pocket. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of rock here. I want to turn this around and show you. This is going to be Truckhound Chronicle number 17, by the way. So yeah, there's a lot of rocks right here, and then there's a whole another rock bed over there, and then there's another one over on the other side of that. So just looking at this stuff already, there's like some mossy agate looking stuff. Let me zoom. Hold on a minute. Sorry, I had to play with it so it does the macro. Yeah, that's like it's chalcedony, chert, flint, or something. But it's got like inclusions, very translucent, so I wouldn't call it, I don't know if I call it chert. But there's a lot of this here. That might be chert. Very interesting stuff. So I've already got in my pocket these. Really red. It's almost like overload, don't know what to pick up. It looks like it could be pretty inside. We'll look around before I pick up too much. There's so much here. I mean, just I don't even have to go anywhere. Just standing right here, I can fill up my pocket, and I don't want to pick up so much that people are like, "Why are you taking so many rocks, man?" It looks like it'd be cool. Yeah, pretty stuff. Looks like some granite. Yeah, that's definitely some feldspar in that. Oh. I don't know if it's surface staining or if there's actually like chert banding or something in that. Alright, I want to turn this off and look around. If I find anything really cool, I'll come back to show you. Alright, let's look at this one right here. I'm going to zoom in. See that? I can't see if I'm showing you good enough. That's got some pretty interesting stuff down through. You can see it down inside there. I ain't going to carry a water bottle around here, you know, supporting off rocks as I'm looking at them. But I can see, you know, getting it wet didn't really help too much. It's almost like inclusions stuff inside there. I don't think I'll take that one. Pretty cool stuff. All right, I took a little break, but I resumed here in another bed. There's a bunch of this red jaspery looking stuff. Just seen one that was look really red. I mean, there's a lot of this stuff too. Let me zoom in. Very agate, but it's more like a moss agate, or not quite like the Texas moss agate you think. But I guess just chert or something, I don't know. Jasper. There's a lot of it too, though. I mean, it's just every other rock pretty much is it like a jasper or something. I just want to keep picking stuff up, but I gotta get back up to my truck because my premiere's about to start, so I gotta get over there and chat with everybody. I know once I get back in the truck, I ain't gonna get back out. I'm gonna sit back and relax. There's so much here that I want to look at. But I'll mark this spot and then come back to it. There's another rock bed right over here. I'm at Love's, by the way. I guess probably nobody thinks anything of this kind of rock around here because it's just so abundant. But it looks like it could be pretty nice for lapidary purposes if you really wanted to, or like heck, you could probably make flint knap that and make some arrowheads out of it. See how much gravel there is right here. I was on the other side of that fence earlier on, but I want to look around and see if I can find a really nice piece of banded shirt. Okay, I'll bring you back. All right, guys, I'm back home. So I don't know if I should make this kind of 2 videos. I've got a lot to show. I know I'm going to make 2 other videos other than this one, at least, because as some of you know, I met up with Will Bond, Cajun Rockhound, in just west of New Orleans at one of my stops. I got a hold of him and he came over, and that was really cool. Got to meet him, got to take a picture with him, and he gave me some stuff. I gave him some stuff, but I wasn't able to stay very long. But I ended up going to Texas, and I met up with Phil of Dad's Rocks, and we had more time. We had all evening, whatever. So got to hang out with him for a little bit. We went and ate, had something to eat, and he gave me some stuff. I gave him some stuff. But on the way back, I stopped at a couple of different places and found some more stuff. So I think I can't remember if I showed the Crowleys that I found down in Memphis, but I found 3 Crowleys, and I need to put this one over. Found 3 Crowleys. I gave Phil 2 of them, and I'll show this one better, but this is the best one I found there in Memphis. I'll show this one better in a second. But this is the only one I got left of the the first time I stopped there. And then I stopped there again and looked through the same gravels, and I found more. But then, also in Tennessee, on the way home, I stopped at another spot and I found some even better stuff. So, I don't know if I'm going to have time to show all that tonight. It's already like basically 11 o'clock at night. I couldn't sleep. Vicky's in there. She went ahead and went to bed. And we've just been very busy today. Kind of celebrating her birthday since we didn't get a chance to do it last weekend like we wanted to. So I took her to dinner and to a movie, and she wanted to see Jurassic World, the new one. So we went and saw that. But what I got on the table here, when I get this turned around, you'll see it's a bunch of stuff. But I got this much more to show, and this is just from that second stop in Tennessee. So I might make that I'm trying to decide if I want to make that a second video or just take everything off the table after I show this stuff. I'm not going to show a lot of this stuff in great detail. I might kind of go through it kind of fast. But yeah, there's like, this represents like 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 really, because there's Kentucky stuff there too. So okay, I'll just get this turned around and then I'll decide. Hold on, guys. Okay. Yeah. I brought home quite a bit of stuff. This is one stop in Texas. Those black ones, I thought they were really cool. I think this actually goes with the Memphis. Can't remember. I think this goes with the Memphis stuff. Yeah, but it's kind of, I can't even remember. All this stuff back here is Texas. This is Texas, but it's different spots. This goes over here, I think. Yeah. These are from Kentucky, and that was Sunday on my way up to Cincinnati. And I'll just go ahead and show these real quick. I found a couple, which I found a whole jar full of whole bracket pods, but I didn't bring those in to show because the best one that I found I gave to Will Bond. It was a geode. It was the one that was already broke open that had great dogtooth calcite crystals in it. But I found these cephalopod pieces. They're not great, but I found them and I brought them home. And then this thing here, I don't know what it is. It just seemed like it was something. It almost looks, I don't know. I might have to cut this one to see. There's definitely some kind of shell right there. I think it might be some bryozoan or something. Some kind of coral. Yeah, it's definitely some kind of pretty good sized chunk of fossil. But you can see that texture. Let me zoom in. That thing will stop shaking. Like the whole thing is something. It's got other stuff in it, but I don't know if I want to cut this or not, but I don't know. What do you guys think I should do with this? Should I cut it? Should I try to do something else with it? I don't know if I'd want to put it in acid, but I might try to take the textile gun to it and try to just really clean it up really good and see if there's more detail that pops up. So yeah, there's that. So let's kind of go in the order of I found the stuff, right? So I guess really this would be the Crowley that I found. Let's see. That is honestly one of the best Crowleys I've ever found. That's really a good one. It's pretty solid. There's probably a long time ago broke off right there, but look at that thing. Nice colors. Yeah, that thing is just awesome. So I guess I will kind of skip in a sense because so I found this one the first time I went to that Memphis truck stop, but the other two that I found that day I gave to Phil. So I want to show this one before I get it wet because it's got some druzy. And then I think this one had druzy too. This one's got all kinds of druzy, but it's, you know, it's broken. It really sparkled in the sun. That goes up there. I don't even remember where I found this. I don't know if that's calcite or what that is. It really glowed, that little top part. Can't remember where I found that one. Now some of this stuff is Crowley and some of this stuff is something else. In chert, there's some banded chert that I picked up. Like this one. See, it looks like that peanut butter chert on the outside. Right, and then it was broke open and look what's inside. So, them things can be really pretty. Oh, this right here has got, I think this is almost a geode, really. Just needs to be cut or broke open, but it's got pockets on the outside showing petroidal all over it. Let me hold my hands together there. I can stabilize it and show it a little bit better. I mean, I thought that was pretty cool. Let's see if we can see any details if we get it wet. this thing is just like a big bubbly conglomerate of bubbles. And this other one is somewhat similar. Maybe not as bubbly, but it's definitely got some bubbles. I don't know, it's pretty bubbly. Got a stowaway right there. Yeah, I mean, I thought they were pretty cool, you know. So this one, I think it might just be chirp, but it had that kind of crowley look, and there's a little betrothal pocket there, almost has those bubbles in it. Nice little crystal-y druzy pocket right there. Yeah, it's the same type as that other one. All bubbly, nice little pocket. Almost looks like some fortification banding right there. Looks like there might be something right there too. Let's get her wet. Yeah, there's something right there, ain't they? It's got a touch of agate in there, don't it? Almost like a different form of cold water agate, maybe. I don't know. But like I said, it was cool. And here's one of them ones that all peanut buttery, and then it had that broken face with red in it. Love those. I want to call that more jasper than chirp, but I don't know. And nice little piece of, I'm just going to straight call that jasper. If I quit bumping this daggum stand. And it had that little crystally little chasm. Okay, why is it doing that? And here's another one with couple nice druzy pockets. Okay, what the heck? Very similar to that other one, except it's got actually got some crystal pockets to it. Look at that. Okay, why is it doing that? Hold on a minute. So it was like a little mini geode in it. Multiple ones. It's seriously, you can see how it's rounded. It's like little mini geodes with nice little crystals in them. Look at that face of that crystal right there. And look at this little pocket. Yeah. That's a cool rock right there. I don't care who you are. Just sparkles all over the place. This one doesn't show any crystals, but it's got that shape. And this is definitely, look at that, it's crownoid or something. That looks like it was something. It was interesting. I might have to cut this one. And another piece. Oh, this is some honeycomb. Very certified piece of honeycomb. Look at the druzy in those. I love honeycomb coral. And this was definitely a little fossil plate. Looks like it could have been something right there. Wait till you see the other side though. It's like little miniature little pieces. This would be awesome to look at under the microscope. And then you've got this. That's what crinoid stem impressions. Excuse me, guys. Something I just saw. Look at that. Oh, there. Oh. Just saw something look pretty cool. I don't know. So then, nothing left to really show. I guess this one and this one. Did I show that one? I don't think so. You have to bear with my yawns. That's another shirt. Some fossils in it. Looks like a Rugose right there, maybe. And this one definitely got some crystal stuff going on right there. Sort of the same type of stuff. And then let's just go ahead and get into the Crowleys. Since I kind of have showed them, let me just go ahead and start getting them wet. I see that's definitely Crowley, right? But then it's got all that bubbly stuff right there. So, you know, these other ones could have agate banding in them. You know, the ones that were bubbly, they could have something like this one and stuff. Them two, a couple others. But I just wasn't seeing anything as far as banding goes. Oh, Lord, I'm tired. This one definitely has the bands. Since I showed that one, let me just do this one. Got some bands around through there. But it's got, you know, if it hadn't broke off, maybe this isn't. I thought I was seeing some Crowley banding in that, but that's just looking more charty. That's still cool. That might be a cool one to tumble. I thought this was some kind of coral, I guess. I don't know if it is or not. Definitely got some solidification going on with it. Alright, let's get back to the Crowleys. Well, I didn't show this chart right here. This one was really cool and translucent and spots. But look at that pattern. Really pretty. Almost mossy looking. Yeah, I thought that one was really good. Okay. Definite Crowley. That's druzy. That's wet now. Yep. This one was a little bit more faint, but there's definitely some banding going on. And that one looks an awful lot like this one. Just couldn't see any banding in that one. Definitely, I don't know if it'd be Crowley or not, but it's definitely got some agatization going on. Got some fortification banding in it. Now look at this one. Should have tried to clean some of these up. Yeah. You know, some of these are pretty decent. You know, they're not fantastic Crowleys, I guess, but I mean that one's pretty good. I don't know, there's a couple others that's still pretty good. Just wait. I don't know. I'm just tickled and thrilled to death every time I find one of these things, because it's really about the only agate I find on a somewhat regular basis. I mean, yeah, I found all these in landscaping rocks, but look at this thing. I love the top. This is what I'm calling the top. It's like 3 big old bubbles. Yeah. I was tickled with that one. And it was laying just like this, face up like this. And this one too. Yep. That's a good one. In my book, it is. Let me show that one. And just to show again, because this one right here just, whew, I love this one. Now those other two I gave to Phil, I'm sure he'll probably show. I've got shorts I'm gonna make, even though I gave them to him, I already did videos on them. I want to do a short. I don't remember if this was part of it, but peanut butter, and it's got some red and black in this one. Sure, that'd be cool to tumble. A piece of red jasper. Nothing too exciting, but I like it. Same with this one. This one might have been one of them other, yeah, it's got the It might have been with this stuff here. You know, a lot of them Crowleys got that kind of look to it, so just because I don't see any obvious banding when I'm out in the field looking at this stuff, doesn't mean it's not going to have some when I look at it up close like this with the macro lens or whatever. And also, even if I don't see any that way, doesn't mean it's not going to have some when I cut it. So yeah, that's all that stuff. And then I have not looked at any of this stuff in UV. This stuff was after this stuff, but I'm going to show this because it's just basically like a, I don't know if it's a black jasper or if it might be a chert or what, but it was really smooth and I liked it, and I'm going to tumble it. Got a couple different, see how smooth that is. I don't know if that's quartz going through it and veining. I mean, but these are pretty solid. I didn't check to see if they're magnetic or not. I guess I could. Nope, not magnetic. Dirty. Yeah. Just almost straight black. Charcoal gray, but it's definitely silicified, I think. I mean, you can see that dry spot right there and how waxy smooth that is. I don't know, I liked it. So all this other stuff was found in and around the kind of Houston area. You might see this one. I had Phil cut this one for me, and he kept half, and I kept half. But it was a banded chart. You could see this pattern on the outside. There was a chip on it. I think it broke off when he was cutting. Definitely got some inclusions in it, but it's pretty cool with that pattern like that. Would make a pretty interesting cab, I think. I found a lot of stuff in Texas that, you know, there was so much rock I could have picked up and took. This looked very moss agate, but I don't know. It's not really moss in it, but it's definitely got some kind of inclusions in there floating around in it. Look at the color. I should have brought my other little flashlight in here. So it doesn't want to work too well. Yeah, I need my little one. But it's, it's cool. And a lot of this stuff is kind of the same. It's real cherty, jaspery, jasbaggety. And I thought, well, it'd be pretty tumbled. This one was different. It's got some pink to it. It's got those little orbs. The bubbles. I think I'll tumble this one just the way it is. It's trying to do something right there. I don't know what it is. But it's pretty cool. Yeah, look at this one. It really don't matter if it's wet or dry, but this one, I found this one just like this. Same type of rock as a lot of these, it's real cherty looking on the outside. Conchoidal fracturing. And this thing's got some wild coloration and inclusions. And I don't know if that comes across, but it's almost like a grayish pink. The lighter parts is really pinkish. And I might be able to make a nice pendant out of that. This is another one that I think Phil cut for me that he kept one half. So it's really textured on this side, and then you could see on the end it was broke off, and then there was some pretty cool patterning going on in there. And I've cut some similar to this before, and it had good pattern in it. So yeah, look at that. There again, it's got those little white floaties in it. Bunch of different colors. They're kind of muted colors, they're not bright colors or anything, but it's still cool. This one almost looked mossy. I was tempted to cut this one while I was there with Phil. But I can cut it here. Another one with the same type of stuff. But this one's almost perfect for a pendant. I can make something. I might make something with that one for sure. And here was a little chip of one. You see that skin on it. So smooth on the brakes. Yeah, it's pretty. A little crystal pocket. It looks like it might be crown wood or something. A little round spot right there. And then look at this thing. I think I've seen it like this. Very two-tone. And it carries right on through. So smooth. Yeah. Same type of stuff. Smaller piece. Let me spray this one. I wonder what that black is up in there. You see how translucent that is, so I don't know, is it flint? Is it agate? Chalcedony? Here's another one he cut for me. He cut it or I cut it, I don't even remember. So something like that. Because it looked really mossy on this smooth side, fractured side, but it was really smooth. And it was not at all what I was expecting on the inside. It's just more like those other ones. But it had this big white blob in it. I don't know. Anybody that knows Texas, East Texas rocks? Let me know. This got some red in it, but it's very similar, same type of stuff. Same with this one, I think. Yep. This right here, I was tempted to cut this one. Look at that wild looking pattern and that broken face. I mean, you know, when you go some places, you ever watch any of the guys, all the channels from Montana, they look for this kind of texture for the Montana agates. That's how they find the agates a lot of times, when it's really dirty and it's not glowing. They see that potato skin looking texture to it. So I don't see traditional looking plume, if you want to call that white, some kind of moss, I don't know. See, same type of stuff, but then it's got pattern and inclusions. I think I showed that one. It was just a red jasper looking thing. And this thing had crazy pattern all over the outside, so I figured this one would be pretty cool. That looks like it was some kind of a coral of some type. Yep. That's cool. Same old, same old. Another big brown. Did I show this one? I don't know. Same type of stuff. And then this thing here, I was thinking it might be pet wood, but I'm not entirely sure. Dirt. Look at it like this and I'll spray it. Try to see if I can see any kind of wood grain or something. I just don't know about this one. I don't know. There's something about that that makes me think wood. Almost a silicified piece. I don't know. That part right there makes me think wood, but I could be wrong. And that's pretty much it for this little group. And this has already taken 31 minutes plus all the other footage I want to have. So the other stuff's going to have to wait. Did I show this one? Oh, this ain't with that stuff. So anyways, let me stop the thing and I'll look at the stuff with the UV, and if it's any of it's pretty good, then I'll show that. But I'm going to save that. I want to save that. I've got something in my hand right now from that second Tennessee spot. I can't wait to show that stuff. I might try to do that on the road. I might take them back with me and show that stuff on the road. So hold on a minute, guys. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to show them. But before I do, my very last stop, I've collected these on the side of the road in this dude's driveway. They were pretty cool looking little pieces. And the only reason why I wanted to show these is because it's going to be another video. Because I just could not show all this stuff. But this guy, he saw my necklace and he liked it, commented on it, and that kind of gave me an opening. And I talked to him about rock hounding and how I got a channel and everything like that. And these make pretty cool little tumbles. They're almost so very, very smooth anyways. I'll tell you about that in a second. Let me go ahead and show this UV. Oh, yeah. Beast Mode V3 365 UV Beast. Not sponsored. I don't know why everybody says that. Why does everybody say that? If you're sponsored, you're going to say, I'm sponsored. But if you're not sponsored, what's the point of saying not sponsored? I don't know. Yeah. I was not expecting this much UV reactivity in these things. I think that's sort of surface stuff there. That church pretty crazy. The Crowleys, some of these Crowleys got some orange showing up, but it seems like it's more surface stuff. I don't really see like the banded part. Like here's this one good one. No UV, no phosphorescence, that is. That was that one that had that. I bet that's going to be phosphorescent there. That whole top, maybe. Oh, yeah. See, I get to watch. That's why a lot of times I don't even look at this stuff until I'm showing you guys, because I'm looking at the same time you guys are. Yeah, I picked this stuff up. I collected it. Look how orange it is. I mean, all of it. It's either orange or... How cool is that one? But that makes me even more confused why it's orange. Why it's so orange. It's not... It's darker on screen. The orange is. It's almost an orange red on screen. It's a more of a pumpkin, I guess, on some of these. These other ones are just, see, that's way more orange. This is almost white. A couple of these are almost white, like that one right there. It's got a little hint of orange, but not as much as it's showing on camera. And then this right here is very white, except for at the very bottom. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I wasn't expecting that much orange. That one that I thought might be wood, there's nothing with that one. There's that one from Kentucky that looked like it was Brazone or something, maybe. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that one right there is cool. Fade to black. Alright, hold on, guys. Okay, everybody. Notice anything different? I don't know what it could be. Oh yeah, I'm not at home. Funny story. After I got done showing this stuff last night, I flipped the camera around to do the outro and thought I was doing the outro. Did the whole spiel and talked about the upcoming videos, because I know you wouldn't have known it because it didn't come. What I was saying last night that did not get recorded was that I'm going to be doing 2, maybe 3, maybe even 4 more videos based off last week. So I'm going to be doing a video on the stuff that Will gave me. I'm going to be doing a video on the stuff that Phil gave me. Will, Cajun Rockhound. Phil, Dad's Rocks. And my very last customer last week was in Willis, Texas. And I struck up a conversation with the guy. I had one of my pendants on. Not this one, I think. Yeah, it was this one from Michael at Jim Cabs. The Moroccan agate. I had that one on, and he commented on it, said he liked it and wondered what kind of stone it was. Well, that gave kind of an opening, and I wasn't in any kind of hurry because I was finished with the delivery and I didn't have any more to do. and I had plenty of time to still head towards the house and everything. So I end up talking to the guy. He likes rocks, you know, he's into rocks, but he's got a lot of petwood, he said. He doesn't know a bunch about any of the other type of rocks, but he said he had plenty of petwood. he's like, too bad I didn't bring any with me. I would have give you some. I'm like, I ain't no hurry. You know? Hey, if you want to give me some petwood, I'll take some petwood. I wasn't expecting much, you know what I mean? I wasn't expecting very good quality. You know, he didn't know where it was from. Basically, he was a landscaper, and when he said that when he would dig up a tree or be working on landscaping in people's yards, he would unearth some, you know. Some of it was in piles where somebody else had collected it, he said. And he said he had like hundreds of pounds of it. He said he had one big, huge log of it. I'm like, wow. You know, I wasn't expecting that, right? And I was like, man, I'd love to have a big, huge log like that. That'd be cool. I told him how I'd found some here and there, you know, not much, but found some in Montana, on the Yellowstone River. But so he left and came back, and he wasn't gone very long, and he was on a side-by-side, and in the bed of this little side-by-side was one of those little, with the dump trailers or whatever. He had a fair amount of petwood. I mean, and that was just what he brought back to show me. He's like, you can take whatever you want. And there was one, and you'll just have to see it, one pretty good size, you know, piece. And I took, you'll just have to see, but that's probably going to have to be another video. But I showed you a little bit. I brought the stuff with me. I'm not going to show it, but I mean, I don't remember if I showed this bag or not. But I mean, this is all from that second stop in Tennessee before I went home, and I'm actually not far from it right now, although I couldn't make it all the way there to it. I was hoping to park there tonight and go to town on those gravel pits, or not pits, but beds or whatever. That's where I found this stuff. I actually showed a little bit of a sneak peek in that outro. I'm not going to do that now, but yeah, just trust me, it's some good stuff. Anyways, let me know what you think about this video. What I basically did was do that whole, you know, outro, and I didn't hit record. And when I was done, I thought I was hitting stop, and I actually hit record. So when I went to put the video together today, and I was looking at the clips, I was looking for the outro clip, and I was like, where's that? And I seen that other clip, and I pushed play, and it was me at the table grabbing the phone off the mount, walking to the bedroom, getting barked at by the dogs, walking with the phone in my hand, and it's going crazy, and it's all down, you know, because I wasn't holding it up in my face. I was like, oh no. I know any of y'all that are content creators, I know that that's happened. That's happened to me before. It's been a while since I've done that, but yeah, sucks when that happens. But that's just the life of a content creator. Anyways, thanks for watching this. I don't know if this is the Wednesday premiere or not, but whether it is or not, I don't know if I'll make it a premiere. Depends on how long it is. I probably will. So if you're watching it and we're chatting, I guess you know it's a premiere. But be ready for several other videos from last week showing that other stuff. But anyways, I'm Jay. V is at the house. I'm on the road. I'm back in Tennessee. This week I'm going to be going a couple stops here in Tennessee, a few stops in Arkansas, a couple stops in Louisiana, and then Texas. So actually quite a few stops in Arkansas. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Y'all take care. Have a good one. Bye.